Me.
All right, cool. We're rolling.
All right, hello and welcome to another episode of Beyond Sundays, Loving My Neighbor Well. And today we have a very special guest, the Honorable Al Morgan,
Glad
to
to have
join
you
us
with
in this
Al.
conversation. And of course, a friend of the show, sponsor of the show, Senior Pastor Luke Gordon.
Yeah, great to be
So
with you.
yeah,
Thanks,
we're really
Al.
happy. We've been really wanting to sit down with Mayor Al for a while. And as you know, this podcast is really about having a conversation with people in our community about what it really means to love our neighbors well. We are striving as a local church and local citizens to get into the community and really start to have dialogues and discussions and try to have an impact in the community. That only starts with understanding who our neighbors are and how we can better love them. So, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Great.
This is great.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have a lot of cool stuff here. So we're sitting here in the chamber, and we got a lot of historical things around us, which is really cool.
We got our church right there on the town seal, which is
Yeah.
a pretty cool part.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
church, the turkey, and the salt brook.
Well, New Providence is named after,
Yeah.
what happened at the church back in 1759.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty
Yeah.
wild. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, amazing history. That's for us to be a part of a seal. That's pretty amazing too. So Al, you got a lot of history. You got a lot of stories, a lot of experience. So first of all, how long have you been mayor of New Providence?
20 years.
20 years. 20 years mayor. So you've seen a lot. Been through
I've seen a lot. Well, I was born and raised in town.
Ah, okay.
So, where we are now, this is where I went to elementary school.
Yeah.
This was Lincoln School, so.
Oh wow.
Every time I come in, I feel like I'm going back to class, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, perfect. So tell us a little bit. So what made you decide to get into politics and run for mayor? And tell us a little bit about that journey, how you got here.
Wow. I never thought I was going to be mayor. I don't think anybody ever thought I would be a politician. You know, I was just an average kid that grew up in town, and, I just loved the town. I've never lived anywhere else, so
Yeah.
I guess it's just a deep-rooted interest. It's part of me.
Yep.
So I first got involved. I was, the train tracks up at Livingston and Central.
Yeah, right.
Well, a couple people got killed up there over the years. There were no gates coming down, this or that. So there was an incident, and a few of us had enough.
Yeah.
So Tony Schapani, Frank Mondano, myself, we spearheaded a initiative to get New Jersey Transit to
Put up the gates, yeah.
Well, we find out that, that crossing, it's on a diagonal.
Right.
There's only two places in the state where a railroad crossing is on a diagonal.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't want to do it. But we got a petition, I guess we got like 1,200 signatures, came to the council, went back and forth a little. They were in support of it. And they brought DOT down, and we talked to DOT, and they were a little hesitant about changing everything. And they did a traffic study up there.
Yeah.
And they come to council to present it. They had the whole thing wrong.
Oh, man.
And they
Yeah.
said, maybe we should put gates up there. So that's how I got started. And then,
Hey, I got to tell you this. My son is 6th grade.
Yeah.
He rides his bike to Saltbrook Elementary every day.
yeah,
And he crosses that intersection.
yeah,
So it's pretty cool because we know that crossing really well.
yeah. In fact, they have
and-
the ghost train up there, too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So your work has paved the way
Yeah.
for for the families right now that every day use that crossing. So,
Yeah.
man, pretty cool way to start your political
Yeah,
career.
well, I started, they wanted me to run for the Board of Education. I did that for 3 years.
Okay.
And then I didn't get reelected. That was a little controversial, I'll admit it. And but a new superintendent came in and said, thank God for that man. So I ran for council. I actually ran off. I didn't get the line on the ballot, but I still won
Right.
2-1. And the next year, the mayorship was up, and Mayor Widley, who was mayor for 21 years, I think, 22 years,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to run again. So they asked me if I'd run, and I said yes. So I'm on my 5th term.
5th term.
Wow.
Well, thank you. Thanks for
Yeah.
serving.
Oh,
Pretty
no,
awesome.
I love the job. I love the town. My favorite part is though going into the schools and talking to the kids about local government and say, listen, I was just like you,
Yeah.
and just get involved.
Yep. Well, we, as you know, our church is right there in the center of town, and we don't want to just be a church on the corner. We want to be a church that is present. Like we want to be active. We want to be a part of the community.
Right.
And so part of what we're trying to do is figure out what do you see are the needs that exist in our community, ways that we can, like what are things that our community's facing that a church on the corner can be involved in?
Well, you guys do so much. I mean, I remember when we first brought Farmers Market in, you guys stepped right up, said, no, do it in our parking lot. Your parking lot is always open, except for Sundays.
Yeah.
Sunday mornings.
Well, it's open on
and-
Sundays.
Yeah, it's open, but people use your parking lot.
Yep.
You're very accommodating. Used to have the fire escape for the teenagers,
Yeah.
and the church has done a lot. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to have our Pinewood Derbies in the hall.
Yeah, pretty
It was the only place around, and it was great. A lot of history.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Well, it sounds like it. It sounds like if you want to be mayor of New Providence, there's a 20-year trajectory for your career. So you
Right.
got job
Yeah.
security for 20 years plus.
yeah,
So it's a good position to have. No, that's great. Yeah, a lot of questions for you, Al. And so the question I always like to ask our guests on here is, you've seen a lot, you've experienced a lot over 20 years. What does it mean for you personally to love your neighbors well?
oh, I actually have great neighbors everywhere I go. Now there's a lot of transition. There always was with Bell Labs being up there and BOC and all those places. People were coming in, getting transferred out, this and that. But there's always been a hometown spirit here. And when anybody is in need, somebody spearheads something, that community always comes through. The best example I can give is after 9/11 happened. Probably the worst day that I was ever mayor. And we lost 6 people here. It was devastating, really.
Yeah.
And our fire department went over to Staten Island to cover their firemen because they were over in Manhattan. Our rescue squad took care of New Providence and Berkeley Heights, so Berkeley Heights Rescue Squad went over to Manhattan. So it's not only New Providence, but it's, especially the towns around here, we all work together.
It's broader community.
Yeah. But in fact, back in the day, Summit, New Providence, and Berkeley Heights were New Providence Township.
It was one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but after 9/11, the police department, Scott Torrey, headed up a fund for the families, and We raised over $120,000, I think, in less than a month.
It's pretty great.
And that was distributed out to the families. Whenever there's a disaster, hurricanes, things like that, everybody comes together. We're one of the few towns that have a shelter here. We actually have people from other towns coming here.
Yeah.
The business community, it sends over meals free of charge, this and that. The Presbyterian Church opened up your facility. People go over and charge their phones.
Yep.
So, I mean, your church has done a lot, just like the others.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm glad we have that
Yeah.
presence in the town,
Yeah.
and we want that to continue
Yeah.
for sure.
All the churches do
Yeah.
something, and they're all very welcoming, and you know, it's great.
It's good.
It's just a great community. We had the Interfaith Council, and they meet every once in a while. We do the Thanksgiving service. I know you guys do the National Day of Prayer,
Right.
and it used to be like the first Monday
Yeah.
in May.
Yeah. We're.
Yeah,
Yeah. This year we gathered on our front steps.
Yeah.
And then next year we're planning to have a service again.
yeah, that was nice. So it's but everybody seems to help each other, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. So Al, is there anything specific that you're kind of piloting right now or shepherding right now to show up differently in the community based on the needs that you're seeing now? Anything new or different that you guys are doing to really demonstrate how you're loving in different times and different challenges?
Well, you know, right now everybody's consumed with the 250th anniversary. So, but in fact, the Saltbox, the Historical Society, and the Business Association, they're all working together to honor the first responders. You know, we do a lot of outreach to people, like the Community Service Association. I was a member years ago that they give temporary help to people, and I know the church does too. If somebody comes, and everybody, they just work together. And you know, we built this park out here in 2001. The old school used to be there. They knocked it down. It actually turned into almost a dandelion garden.
Oh yeah.
And when I became mayor, I said, we got to do something with this. We need a center place where we can hold affairs and, you know.
Right.
And it's worked out great. Yeah. I mean, you could come all during the year, and there's always somebody in there.
Yeah.
Either reading the newspaper early in the morning, this and that. But the church has played a significant role in being part of the community. Everybody was worried when we did the downtown streetscape.
Yeah.
Well, the church is a nonprofit. You think they'll buy into it, this and that. You guys, you bought right into it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we'll pay our share. Don't worry, this and that. OLP did the same thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, unfortunately, it takes something unfortunate to happen that you really see the community pull together.
That's when you see people show up.
Yeah, you know, it's everybody wants to live their life and do their thing, but whenever you can see, whenever we have an event, everybody comes together.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of this community because they've never disappointed me.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of such, there's been two big events that we just celebrated. One in April and then one in May. We had Reverend Caldwell Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was big.
Yeah.
That was the first time we ever did that.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the committee came up with that. Reverend Caldwell, apparently he lived in New Providence at one time.
Right.
And if you see the state seal,
Union County seal.
Union County seal,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It shows a woman getting shot.
Yep.
by the British.
Yeah.
And because she was a patriot, and there was an event, she got shot and killed, and Reverend Colwell, he was in Elizabeth at the time, he came out to New Providence, and you know, he was all for caring for people, you know, being a good neighbor, like we're talking about,
supporting the revolutionary effort.
revolution.
Yeah.
I mean, go behind the church, you see the names of
Yeah.
the people who served in the Revolutionary War. So it's we have deep roots to American patriotism here.
Yeah.
In fact, the Liberty pole's in front of the salt box.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the corner of
Yeah,
the church
it
property
was.
for
Right.
about 100 years, I think.
Right.
And then it was moved over. Yeah.
And we had the fire ring because
Right.
the fire department used to be across from the church,
Yep.
where the psychic is now.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
yeah, there's a lot of history there. Now you have the World War I monument
Yeah.
on the corner, so
Yeah.
it's great.
Well, we love the community. We love being a part of it.
Well, we love having you.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, thank you.
you're a great support system.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
try to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other big event that we just had, get your thoughts on that. Well, we're still in it. It's still May. Is Paint the Town Green
Yep.
for mental health awareness, and we've been working with Debbie and Danielle
Yeah.
in that capacity. No, but tell us about that, because this is what, the third year, I believe, of that going on,
Could
and
be
it's
even
expanding.
more.
Yeah,
You know, I said last year they had 10 communities in
Yeah.
this. We started it,
yeah,
and it was Nadine Jeffroy, Lisa McKnight, and they got a hold of Debbie Merrick, and she's a fireball,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And she took off with this. The following year, we had 10 communities
yeah.
join.
It's great.
This year, there's 14. It goes from Florham Park, Madison, down here, and all the kids
Scotch Plains,
surrounding
yeah.
Scotch
you
Plains.
can't miss it driving
Yeah.
around the community.
Yeah.
The awareness.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it was the most amazing thing. I said last year, I've never seen where 10 communities actively participated like this.
Yeah.
And then we had it in Summit this year,
yeah.
and they had the county showcase trailer, the whole thing. It's unbelievable, and it's that stigma that nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
And yet it's
It's
present
prevalent.
in every community. It's a major issue. in our nation. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? After COVID, I mean, the kids. I mean, you need that socialization,
Yeah.
especially in the early years. You have to learn teamwork, leadership, how to make decisions. You learn that in early years,
Yeah.
and it was really tough for kids.
I'm encouraged that families, our school district, communities are starting to turn that tide and say, hey, this is something we need to pay attention to. And then families are changing their habits, and their kids are starting to change their habits. And that gives me hope for
Yeah.
the future, that we're going to move away from this isolation and anxiety to more of a community that has a sense of belonging and purpose. Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Talk about why, Pastor Luke, for you,
Yeah.
mental health awareness, reducing the stigmatism. Why is that so important and a passion? We see it all the time, and it's kind of part of now our mission. But talk a little bit about that.
I mean, I think part of it is just anxiety is one of those things where people, when they're suffering with it, they're suffering alone, and then that adds to the issue, and then your thoughts spiral. You feel like you can't grasp control of your life, and this. I mean, that happens to our adolescents all the way to the elderly and everybody
It's
in
true.
between. And one of the things that our mission statement as a church is to build a community that seeks to know, love, and follow Jesus. And that first part, build a community, that's like a first step to helping fight the anxiety and isolation. Hey.
No problem, Your Honor.
Yeah, so we
Okay, thanks.
we want to be we want to build a community where where people can find belonging and then find peace that comes from a relationship with God. And we have something to offer, I think, for our community in that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a community-wide problem. And like you said, the youth, but I can say over COVID, domestic violence went up astronomically. It affected everybody.
Yeah.
And I think we're still feeling a lot of it today. And
Yep.
I agree. I think, and we interviewed Mayor Devaney about a month or two ago, asking her similar type of questions. And one of the things that we've seen, why we are so encouraged to do podcasts like this and to get out in the community, is because we want to be difference makers. We want to be bridge builders. And we've seen a lot of division politically, socially, along a lot of different spectra. And so we wanted to really be a positive influence on that. And so just curious on your end, what are you saying? Because you're in the hot seat of a lot of political dialogue and discord and things like that. And it's obviously shaped how you've had to be mayor, try to bring party members together, different belief systems within a community, all the different things that could typically tear a community apart. You have to be right in the middle of that. So how's that been for you?
well, I try not to be political,
Yeah.
for one, because local government, there's no good way to pick up garbage or pave a road or whatever. But I can't believe what I've seen. I mean, I grew up during the Vietnam era, and
There was
you know,
division then.
there was a
but-
lot of division
yeah.
then, but it just seems like it's nastier now. Maybe because I'm older and I see it. I think a lot has to do.
Yeah.
Social media
Just keeps
winds
stoking
people
it,
up,
yeah.
and it's bad. I come out of the Bob Franks, our former congressman, our current senator John Bramnick mold. Let's just do the right thing. Let's stop this. Let's build bridges. Let's work together. And
What struck me when we grabbed lunch about, I guess it was a month ago, is you said rather than being like a party first, you want to be community first. Your focus,
Right.
rather than politics, is let's be community first,
Right.
and work across party lines to say what's best for our community.
Right.
And I really appreciated you saying the way you said that. Yeah.
I have another job, which is being a sergeant at arms in the assembly. So I'm down there, and I deal with the Republicans, the Democrats, and even a lot of Democrats come up. I'm very good friends with them, and they'll say, how do you see this affecting the local communities, this bill? And I'll give my, and I appreciate them reaching out to me, and, I'm very honest, and, they appreciate hearing what I see.
Right.
And,
It's great.
it doesn't have to be like this.
Yeah.
We all want to make this country a better place to live.
Yeah.
We may think about different views about how to get there, but I honestly believe everybody wants to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And
I agree. That's great. I mean, I think what you're hitting on, what the two of you both are hitting on, is the ability to sit down and have conversations.
Right.
Is what's really being lost. Civility. Part of civilian.
Right.
That word civility. We've kind of lost a little bit of that, and it's important to be able to sit down and have dialogues. I think that as a community, we shouldn't all strive for everyone to agree on everything. That's not the goal. The goal always should be to strive to have conversations and dialogues and not be able to counsel people who think differently, but to be curious about what makes their point of view different. And I think if you show up with curiosity first, that helps the conversations, right? because we're not, at the end of the day, especially as believers, we're not in it to win conversations or win arguments. We're winning hearts. And so the way you start with that is to be open to listen to people who think differently than you, because then you can understand, wow, how diverse and different my community really is. And that's a beautiful thing. Like, husband and wives are a good example of that.
Yeah.
Like, we are different. I am so different than my wife. We think differently, certain things, but we come together, we make it work,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it makes you a better team.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny because in my position, people will come up and they'll say things in public session, this and that. But people don't understand when you're a politician, you're restricted by a lot of things that you can do. First, regulatory. You know, you can't do it. The law says you can't do it.
Right.
I may agree with you, but I can't do it. You take an oath.
Yeah.
Okay? The other thing, financially. Sometimes you're financially constricted to be able to do everything that you want to do. And what's the biggest thing people talk about? The taxes, right?
Yeah.
So the money has to come from somewhere. So you try and work something out budgetarily where you may not be able to do something right away, but you can do it over a course of years.
Yep.
So
It takes-
it
takes
truly
planning
is a
and time.
balancing act.
Right.
So, and that, sometimes you get frustrated, and then you get people that bring up stuff that, you know, the borough doesn't handle that. It's not a government issue, but they're focused on it.
Sure.
So,
Well, and that's where churches need to be
Right.
part of it, part of the solution.
Exactly.
Other organizations in town. I mean, we if we can work together as a community and build bridges, we're one of the things we talked sermon a couple weeks ago I preached on is that we're called to work for the common good, and just
Right.
that idea of what are we doing to contribute to the welfare of others.
exactly.
Not just our own interests, but what helps the interests of others, not just our own.
You know, it's funny because years ago, Kendra Roberts and I started the New Providence Business Association. And the Suburban Chamber at the time was going through flux. And we said, well, why don't we do our own? And I mean, they're very community oriented.
Yeah.
And they try and help everybody. So
Great.
they're great.
All right, as we start to wrap up this, let's talk about some fun stuff. How do you balance your personal life with this? What are some of the fun things?
It's my
you do?
wife.
Yeah. Let's talk about. So give her a shout out. Give her some props.
Oh God, Christine, she's great. Huge support. Anything that I do, you know, it's tough to, you know, I have my own little business and do the sergeant at arms, do this. Takes up a lot of time, but she's just so understanding. And we have 8 grandkids.
8
and,
grandkids. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Do you have a nickname for you? What do they call you?
Pop.
Pop Pop.
Yeah.
Nice.
But oh, they're great, and they go from 16 down to 1.
Okay.
So they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, and they keep you in focus because they're the ones. They're our future. They're the ones that, you know, you do all this for them.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
and I go to all these. I was just at the church at an Eagle Scout ceremony.
Yeah. Right.
And
Those are great.
you see what these young people have accomplished
Yep.
and say, you know, this country's going to be all right. We're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You look at Abby Franco and Aiden Barth. They started the Link program,
Yeah.
the food pantry
Right.
at the Methodist Church.
Yeah, we had them on the show. We had
Dude, I
Aiden on
mean,
there. Yeah.
I mean, they're in high school and they started this whole
Yeah.
thing, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I never even would have thought of any of this
Yeah.
stuff.
That's really
But
really cool.
they're just incredible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Great. Love that.
yeah, you know, I always say, the children are our future. If we want this great country to keep going, they're the ones. And I have to say, I'm seeing a lot more of the youth getting more spiritual.
Yeah.
It's really good to see. It really is. Because, in God we trust. That's the way I look at it. So
Yeah, man. Awesome.
I thank God every day for giving me, well, hopefully he's given me enough wisdom to,
Yep.
go through life and do the right things.
Yep.
That sounds great.
Man, it's great.
Yeah. All right. So Pop.
Yeah.
As we-
Pop.
So Pop, how can we be praying for you as we close out this?
Oh, just give me a lot of prayers. It's frustrating because, sitting in a job as mayor and even as employees here, there's so many things you can see that you can do, that you want to do that you can't do, and it's frustrating, and just God give me the strength to get through all this frustration, but in the end things work out. I honestly believe that. So,
Man.
All right. Well, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor Al,
Thank
for being
you,
on the
Kyle.
show.
We will be
We-
praying for you.
Yeah.
Al.
Yep,
We'll continue
thank
to.
you.
And
Yeah,
thank you guys
thank
for
you.
watching. You can follow us on YouTube, where you can see this whole interview live. You can also follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you stream some of these services. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
thank you.
Okay? Yeah.
Pioneer strong.
Pioneer strong.